Oh, good grief, it's happened again. I really must stop shrinking my clothes like this. Did this used to meet in the middle? Or maybe was it not supposed to? Oh, maybe it's designed to give me that streamlined look, you know, showing my clothes underneath. And, well, maybe, you know, I guess it could work like that, couldn't it? As long as I'm not standing next to somebody else wearing the same coat, obviously, except, well, her buttons would be fully functioning, wouldn't they? Oh, was that a little rip I just heard of the lining? Well, the days are finally getting longer, so, you know, I won't be looking at you for the next 6 months or so anyway, will I? And actually, when is the last time I wore you? 15 years ago, maybe? Well, had it already shrunk then? Or is that a more recent thing? Can I honestly give up my Sunday roasts? Well, okay, I could try it for a few weeks, over the summer at least. Or how about saying no to the chocolate bourbons with my evening cuppa? I think not. It's funny how I keep things that don't quite fit anymore. I don't just mean coats though. I mean ideas too. No, I'm fed up playing it safe, keeping everything just in case. Yeah, okay, you're taking up space, and more than that, you're making me feel bad. When I try you on, I feel bad because you don't fit, and then, well, when I take you off, I feel guilty because of the money wasted, don't I? So, what am I going to do with you? I've recently seen woolen coats not dissimilar to you, and they sell for well over £100, and I could charity shop it. It's lovely quality and would make a really nice and chunky thing to stitch into. What am I saying? Okay, I know exactly how this is going to play out. The charity shop aren't going to sell you cheap to somebody in need. They'll put a hefty price tag on you, and meanwhile I will be in a different charity shop buying something very, very similar to make my little felt hairs with. Come on, coat, does this sound like the sort of thing a sane person would do? I know it's easier to store something than to change it, but, well, no, that's not an option, not this time. Oh, don't look at me like that. You think it's unnecessary, don't you? Yeah, I know, you liked the coat. I know, you liked sitting on it just now. I'm sure you'll find something just as good, clean laundry or a nice jumper or something to spread your fur all over in a minute. Well, I could get, 4, 6 hairs at least. Well, especially if I use both sleeves, and a whole load more out of the rest of you. I need to print more of these templates and see what I could get, you know, just to justify how much I could use as opposed to taking it to charity. Okay, the last thing I want to do is to waste it, and, you know, besides, well, it's good to use what I already have, isn't it? Okay, I'm tired of making the safe, sensible size, so what if we go bigger? A whole lot bigger. What if I stop worrying about wasting the fabric? Oh yes, what if I do this instead? Hang on, girl, we're going to need more paper, much more. Where's my seam ripper? Clearly, I'm being quite sensible about this. There's absolutely no chaos unfolding here at all. This is textbook calm behaviour. Oops. It's funny, when you unpick something, you know, sometimes it's, especially if I'm in a hurry, I can't find my rhythm and I keep stumbling through it. Well, that escalated quite quickly, didn't it? Maybe I should have thought this through a bit more. This hair is going to be bigger, much bigger. coat. I can't believe I hesitated for so long. This is going to be so much better. I'm actually really excited now. Okay, you know me. I like to have several needles all threaded up, raring to go. And although I have a lot of needles, to be honest, they're all in separate drawers all over the house. So, well, I've decided to use what I have to hand, even though they're different sizes and some are actually quite a bit easier to use on this thick wool. But, well, I think it's partly wool, isn't it? I've always assumed so. I can't help thinking about when I bought you, coat. Especially since I rarely buy anything new now, but I remember thinking you were so luxurious. No, that's not the word. Posh. No. Oh, grown up. Grown up, that's how it felt to me. I remember you being a very special bride because, kind of part of me actually growing up, I guess. I was quite young, so maybe I wanted people to see me differently. I thought it meant I'd arrived, maybe, whatever that is. In any case, I definitely thought this was exactly the sort of thing that adults wore. I also remember the thick knitted scarf, always one of my oversized fabric brooches as well, always wearing those, and obviously I still haven't grown out of that since there's a flower on it just now as well. Looking back now though, I guess I was actually dressing it down though, wasn't I? As much as I wanted to be seen as a confident adult, I guess I wasn't ready to be too serious, so I still needed to make it a bit more playful, I guess. I suppose my youth was still there to be seen, intentional or not. Do you remember the first grown-up coat you bought? A coat? Or maybe it was a pair of shoes or something for your first job, maybe? One of those things I remember about it was thinking it would last forever. Because when you're young, you do, don't you? You think everything will last forever. I said it had been stuffed in the cupboard for some time. Well, it smells a bit like that too. Not horrible or musty. It just smells of cupboard. I don't know. I'll mix up some water and essential oil or something like that. I'll give it a splash when I'm done. And yes, I know I need to test it on a bit first. Even the inside or something before I douse the whole thing. That would be sensible, wouldn't it? Sometimes you've old lint and things like that in the seams, don't you? Put together quite well. And unpicking quite nicely. It's funny really, it feels kind of softer now. The more I'm touching it, the more friendly it seems. Nicer in the hand, you know what I mean. Okay, well this feels mildly irresponsible now, which quite honestly, well, sort of refreshing I guess. Okay, maybe I didn't think this through. I've just felt a pang of guilt. If this doesn't work out as I'm hoping, then I really have ruined a perfectly good coat. It's true. Yes, it was too old to be fashionable and too young to be vintage. Okay, that just about sums me up, doesn't it? But still, it was warm and it still was very good at the job it was made for. But it couldn't have been happy, really, could it? And, maybe I wasn't happy with it being there either, to be honest. Stuck in that dark cupboard for so long, surrounded by other coats that I still need to take a look at. Well, it wasn't much of a life for it, was it? Maybe, much better to be back in the land of the living, in whatever new shape it takes. So that settled it then. It wasn't a pang of guilt after all. It was just my tummy, my rumbling tummy, because it's hungry for proper food. But hey, I'm far too busy for that. It'll have to wait until I can see if this is going to work or if I still need to head to the charity shop for fabric to make the little ones again. Of course, this means slow projects aren't completed in one sitting, and I expect this hare to take me a week or so, maybe more, so from start to finish. And well, I try to remind myself that the overall time shouldn't worry me. So I guess it's not only the stitching that's slow, but it's also my thought process itself. And that's just as well, because I still have quite a few things here to figure out along the way. What am I going to stuff it with? I will head to the kitchen rag bag, of course, but I don't know. I may not have enough cut-up t-shirts and things for this whole thing. And even if I manage to stuff it fully, will it stand up, or should I be making the bottom wider, or maybe I should weight it with stones or rice or whatever? Will I want to keep everything this lovely grey, or will I be digging around in my suitcase again to make little scrap patches, you know, like the ones on my trousers and bags and things? Some of my original little hares, they had scarves. One even had a Christmas hat. Still lots of things to think about as I'm going along. What do you think of him so far? As you can see, I'm not getting caught up in trying to work around the seams. I quite like the idea of seeing that it's stitched from multiple parts. I mean, if the hair, like the coat, if that looks as though it has already lived a life before I got hold of it, then I think I'm okay with that. Yeah, I really am. I'm okay with that. Fabric with a history and that sort of thing. Of course, if I'm going to get sentimental about it, then, you know, maybe it isn't just the hair that I'm enlarging. Maybe it's about making more of the coat, even though physically the size is less. You know, that doesn't make much sense really, does it? Not unless you're me. So what am I going to do with you when you're finished? Well, if I do add some weight, then you could guard an open door for me, couldn't you? You could be really impressive as a doorstop. Or you could just sit next to the settee with us in front of the fire on chilly evenings. The cats will be wary of you at first, I'm sure, but they'll soon get used to you and use you like another cushion. Hopefully you won't mind that. It's strange, isn't it, how hard it is to let go of something we've had for so long, even if we're neglecting it. And how it takes a long time, sometimes 15 years or more, you know, to realise why we've kept it. Maybe it was less about the actual coat. Maybe today I just needed something to cut into. And the opportunity to just play. And sometimes that's the bit I forget, that I'm allowed to just play. I'm actually feeling very at ease about whether this works out or not, you know. If it turns out looking like a big toy made by an overgrown child, that's fine. That's fine. It's just a bit of fun. And if it turns into something so ridiculous that I have to take it apart again, well, knowing that I've wasted a whole afternoon or more on it and, you know, I have nothing to show for it at the end, well, okay, I've spent a long time, it feels, trying not to waste time. Sometimes the whole world seems to be pressuring us into making the most of every single minute. Do you feel it too? If we're not multitasking 100 different ways, well then why not, they ask. Oh, I didn't think this was how it was supposed to be, you know, not as an adult. So as I say, if this afternoon and many more of playing just turns out to be a waste of time, actually, I'm fine with that too. How long have I been waiting for permission, I wonder? So, after all, is he what you expected? It's not that I don't like you, my new friend, but, well, let me ask him. Are you a hare, or are you a bit more like a mouse? No, a mouse would have round ears, wouldn't he? Fabric-wise, he could be a good project for reusing an old blanket, really, couldn't he? A nice old woolen blanket like the ones I'm using for all kinds of things, you know, from wadding and needle cases and cushion covers and things like that. Or, you know, maybe a special blanket that has been loved for years but it's outgrown its use on the bed now. Well, who knows? Anyway, one thing's for sure. He is certainly going to be taking up more space than the coat ever did. And maybe I will too. So if you have something you've outgrown waiting in a cupboard, why not try reimagining it? Have some fun. Allow yourself to play. It is fun when you can just see what happens. And if you don't really have a pattern to hand, if you want to use my little hare one here, I'll pop a link to it in the description box.